it takes about 40 minutes plus to do one single row. So here it is, the Supernova holiday tree skirt. This is what I've been working on, and I think I have about 4 more rows to go. So I'm probably not going to finish tonight. Um, I'm probably just going to get like maybe 2, maybe 3 rows done. It just depends. The single crochet rows don't take quite as long. I can kind of fly on those, so we'll see how I do. We'll see how I do. Single crochet row is next. So let me just get this out. My the yarn that I'm using is a worsted weight yarn. It's called Big Twist. And let me see, do I have any more within? I might run out of yarn on this call. Oh, I have some down there. Okay, I got it. I'm good. I'm good. Let me put this up overhead so y'all can see me crochet. You don't really care to look at my face. Nobody wants to look at my mug. Okay, that can go over there. Let me zoom in some because you don't really want to look at me. Oh, and I need to mirror the video. There we go. Yeah, is that my right hand? Yes, it is. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're all good. Okay. If you're over, oh wait, let me hop over to YouTube real quick and just make sure that everything is as it should be over there. It does say I'm live. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm ready. Let's see. Let's bring up the... Now, what row am I on? I did 7, 5A, and 6A. Oh, hold on. I had a correction. 22, 28, 34. Okay. There were some mistakes in this pattern. Now I'm on 7B, so I'm just repeating rows. So this is the last repeat row, and then I'll have row 2C and 3C to do. So I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Okay. This is row 7B. Oh, goodness. Let me just lay it all out because I know people are going to come into the live and they're going to say, spread it out so I can see it. And I'm just going to say, I think that's rude. But I'm not going to slow down because I'm being timed. Hey, Carol girl, I'm making the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt, and it takes a really long time. This is the start of it down here. You can't even see the whole thing on the screen because it's so big. If you want a large tree skirt, the Supernova is the one to make. If you want a smaller one, make the star or the superstar instead. But this one you have to make it bigger because you add this in, you add this extra point. That's what makes the Supernova special. Thank you so much. Is this extra point, but you don't add it in until the end of the second repeat. And then you have to do at least, I would say, at least 2 repeats for it to really like show up. So, so this one is for those bigger Christmas trees, holiday trees. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing the video. I appreciate it. Okay, now I am timing myself because it's just kind of fun to do that when the rows take really long. So I'm hitting my timer. And this is row 7B. This is my second repeat of 7B. And it's a chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch and each stitch across, making 2 single crochet in the peak. Okay, so this one's easy. I don't have to think. I'm going to try and do it really fast. The last single crochet row I did down here took 40 minutes. So we'll see how this one is. Did it take 40 or 30? I don't remember now. I'd have to go back and watch the video. It took a long time. It takes a long time at this size because it's just growing. It's growing bigger every row. Thank you. This is why I didn't finish during my 6-day event. But I did. I think what happened worked out okay because that last day I did show all of the edges for the 3 holiday tree skirts that I have. And when I was working on this one, some people were like, do the twist, make the twist in there. So they gave me some ideas. So I did update. I haven't updated it yet, but I do plan on making a little change to the pattern, making a little change to the edge. All of the edges for these 3-star tree skirt patterns take forever. They would be 6-day projects, except the edges take 6 years. The name of this yarn is Big Twist Twinkle, and the colors are white and gray. And let's see, I got it at Joann's. I have a bunch left over too. So I don't know. I think I'll probably hang on to my leftovers in case I want to make tree skirts again next year. And I'll have some of the yarn. You know, these yarn companies keep discontinuing yarn. I wish they would stop. I have several patterns that no longer have the yarn available, or the yarn is available but the color that I used has been discontinued, and it's upsetting. This thing is really big. It's like blanket sized. It's huge. So how's everyone doing tonight? What did everyone have for dinner? Thanks for following. Appreciate it. Haven't eaten yet. I had some tacos that I made for myself. If it can't be cooked in 15 or 20 minutes, then yeah, I'm just snacking. I'm not really eating. But I buy the ground beef and I cut it up into a serving size for myself, and I freeze them like that. So when I want to have tacos, I just pull out one of those little bricks of ground beef and fry it up. I'm a simpleton when it comes to eating. Chicken, cheese, and white. Yeah, and I like that chipotle aioli from Walmart. I put that on it. This is a future goal for myself. I can't find a skirt big enough for my wide tree. Well, here you go. It starts in the middle and you can keep going as big as you want. If you really want a big skirt, the Supernova is the one. You can make the star and the Superstar as big as you want also, but you cannot make the Supernova smaller unless you use like lace weight or fingering weight yarn or something like that, which I don't know if anyone would ever do for a tree skirt. Hi, I'm doing great. How are you doing? I'm just working on this tree skirt because I didn't get it all done. I want to be able to show the whole thing on my videos on my YouTube. Even though these rows are repetitious, I know that people like to follow along and crochet along with me. You use a 70-inch round tablecloth. Oh, thank you, my dear. I enjoy crocheting on these lives. TikTok is so fun. People from TikTok interact a lot, engage a lot, you know, like and follow and all that, but it's the comments and the conversation that are really fun. Can you accept me and your guest? No, I'm not doing any guests tonight. I'm just working on this. I mean, I have my device like up above me, you know, overhead, and I follow and watch comments on my desktop on a different account, so I won't be able to well, I guess I could see you, but yeah. Also, I'm streaming as well on other platforms, so just keep it simple. Loving Life asks, how long have you been crocheting? I started crocheting when I was 7 years old, and I'm 55, so 48 years. Hi, Steph, you working on a blanket? Yeah, I started when I was a little girl. My no, this is the same. This is the tree skirt. I have 3 of them that I've been working on lately. This one's the Supernova. This is the Supernova tree skirt. I learned how to crochet when I was a little girl. My grandmother and her sisters were always crocheting and working on stuff. My mom did it too. Um, Steph says she's using a Karen cake alternating stitches, single and half double, size 5.5 hook. Nice. I remember that my grandmother taught me how to knit also when I was younger, that like around that same age, but it didn't stick. And then later in life, I taught myself how to knit. I retaught myself how to knit. Started crocheting at 18 from your sister. My sisters all do it, but I'm the only one that does it like, you know, that always is doing it. I'm like how my grandmothers and my aunts were. They would take their crochet everywhere with them and sit there and work on it. My grandmother was always working on stuff. And I'm the only one of my sisters that's like that. I'm just like, I take my crochet everywhere, or my knitting. I don't knit as much anymore over the past several years. I'd say about 4 years, because my crochet pattern went viral, and so most of the stuff I do has to do with that viral pattern. I started during the pandemic while pregnant with my first baby. I wish I had more experience, skill. Yeah, but that comes over time. Experience and skill comes over time. What I would suggest for anyone who, thank you very much, anyone who wants to like up level their crochet skills, I would suggest or learning, if you don't know how to read patterns, learn how to read patterns. Because there's only so much you're going to be able to do if you don't read patterns. Mika, I stop at the end of every row and show what I'm doing. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to wait till the end of the row. I'm timing myself and I have a lot that I'm trying to get done. I learned how to knit 8 years ago from YouTube and DVDs from the library. Wow. Yeah, patterns can be rough, They can be rough, but if so many people just say, "Oh, I can't read a pattern," you're not going to be able to make anything too complicated without reading a pattern. It's just facts. It's like saying I play an instrument, but I don't read music. There's probably a lot that you can do, but really, you should really know how to read music. It's like kind of the same thing. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think that people often think they can't read patterns because there are a lot of bad patterns out there and they probably got burned. I know I've been burned on a couple. Not everybody uses standard pattern writing, the way you're supposed to. They just write whatever they think it is. Whoops. This is Big Twist from Joann's. Big Twist Twinkle, actually. And the colors are white and gray. I got it at Joann's. It's a worsted weight yarn, and I'm using a J hook, which I believe is 6 millimeters. Excuse me. And it's a Furls Odyssey crochet hook. It's my favorite type of hook. It's the only hook I use, actually, anymore. It's the Furls Odyssey. I got rid of the rest of them. Thanks for following. Hi, everybody. A lot of people popping in. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, whoever shared the live and liked it. I learned to listen to a pattern more than to read it. That's interesting. I've been looking into getting a Furls Odyssey hook, but they're all sold out right now. I know. I was on their site, I think last night, and all my favorite sizes are sold out. They have a couple colors that I don't have, like the sienna and the mint. I don't have any of those colors. Yes, it's the 6-day Supernova tree skirt. And all my patterns are on my website for free. And you can find a link in my bio to my pattern store. Actually, my store appears right on my front page of TikTok with all my patterns. But if you don't want to buy a pattern, you can just go for free off my site. It's covered with ads, but that's how I get paid if you don't buy the pattern. So the sparkly emerald green is stunning, but I would take any color right now. I have the gold one. They don't even make the gold ones anymore. I'm showing it off to you. I know, it's gorgeous. But the gold rubs off, so that's why they don't make them anymore. Hey Fournier, it's Big Twist Twinkle in white and gray. It's worsted weight acrylic yarn. It is easier on the hands. It's much easier on the hands. Look at how relaxed my hand is. I mean, that is how you crochet without pain, is being able to relax your hand. And it's also how you go really fast, is by learning to use your fingers. Keep your hand really nice and loose and use your fingers instead of like a lot of wrist action like that. Everything I have is green. My car, hair, purse, shoes. If there's a green version, I get it. I have a green tattoo on my back, and I like the bright green like this. This is my favorite color of green. That's the color my tattoo is. And when I got it, the tattoo artist was like, she was mixing up the colors, and I was like, put more yellow in it. She goes, that's gonna make a really ugly green color. And I was like, well, that's the color green that I like and that I want. And she was like, oh. Like, listen, I do what I want, you know. It's not ugly to me. Try and get this right. If I could paint my whole apartment mint green, I would. Yeah, I like green. It's not in the round, it's actually back and forth. It's based on the star blanket, the 6-day star blanket, the 6-day supernova actually. But it's back and forth because it's actually a tree skirt. I keep seeing a lot of crocheters with stores who use a lot of wrist movement. I mean, it just depends. I think everyone's body is different, but one thing that I would try if you are having pain in your wrist, when I see people having pain, they're usually I just want to say that I have a background in somatics, so I'm not just coming out of my butt saying this stuff. When I see people having pain in their hands and wrists, usually I think that it's from gripping. They're either gripping their hook, they're not using an ergonomic hook, they're using a small hook that they have to hold on to really tightly. I see people with pain in this hand from holding the yarn with their and tensioning with their fingers like that. So I think anything that you do repetitively has the potential, for hours at a time, has the potential to cause pain and injury. Hey Larva Johnson, I am making the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. Any tips on how to keep even tension? I can't seem to make projects that don't curl inward. You mean the work curls? If your work is curling, you probably need a different hook. People think that they have to use the hook that's given in the pattern, but you actually can use any hook that you want to get the tension and drape of the fabric that you like. Let's see what this says, to use an H 5mm hook, and I'm using a J, a 6mm hook. What does the pattern say to use? I honestly have no idea, and I wrote it. But I know when I picked up this project and I started working on it, and I think I was actually using one hook size smaller, and I thought, I don't like the way this fabric is coming out, so I went up. Yes, it is. If you crochet, like if you hold the hook like this is probably not a good hook for you. But I think that Furls does have other hooks that are good for different styles of holds. So, you know, different ways of holding the hook. I would suggest that you contact them, because they will help. They'll help you find a hook that works for you. Maybe the Streamline or the Alpha series. I'm not exactly sure, because I don't ever hold like this. And this is the Odyssey. And it's also weighted, so it's like the hook just drops down on its own. It doesn't seem like having a weighted hook would be beneficial, but the way that I explain how it feels is, it reminds me of when I was a little girl and I wanted to do baton. And I had the toy baton from the dollar store that's like plastic, and it's not weighted properly, and it's not the right size, and you throw it up and you're like, why can the other girls like do all these beautiful spins and twirls and I can't do it? Well, it's because the baton is actually too light. And then when you go to actual hang on, I gotta change my battery here. When you go to actual like baton lessons, and they measure your arm and they give you a baton that fits your arm, and it's weighted, and it's like properly weighted and balanced so that it can spin properly, and you throw it, and it like does stuff. It works. It's easier to do stuff with. So that's what, to me, when I first picked up this hook and it was weighted, I was like, oh, I just want to twirl baton with it. That's how it felt. Sorry. I don't know why my throat is doing that. Thank you. Thanks for the likes and follows. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I think, and I have an affiliate link for Furls. I only affiliate with products that I use and companies that I feel good about. I feel like they're a pretty good company. They've had their ups and downs, but I do think that they are doing their best to make a quality product for crocheters. I think my hooks are worth every penny that I spent on them. And if you end up not liking them, you can join like a swap group or something. There's swap and resell groups that you can join. Honesty is key 661. Yes, I sell my patterns. I also offer them for free on my website. It's bettymcknit.com. You can access it for free online, or you can purchase an ad-free PDF. All my links are in my bio, and I have a pattern store linked to my front page of my TikTok. This is the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. There's a star, a superstar, and a supernova holiday tree skirt. This is the Supernova. It's taking the longest because it's the biggest. You're welcome. Enjoy. I'm timing myself for this row. Feels like it went by really fast. Hi, it's the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. The yarn is Big Twist Twinkle, and it is a worsted weight acrylic with a little bit of sparkle. I got it at Joann's, and I'm using a J hook. I exclusively crochet with the Furls Odyssey hooks. I'm almost to the end of this row. I've just a little bit further to go. I had to stop and change my camera battery, so my time is gonna suck. Thanks for following. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Does anyone know how come sometimes it shows up as user blah 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 with a bunch of numbers? Haven't set up a username. That's so weird. It's not like the TikTok moderators, is it? So tomorrow I'm going to get my flu shot. I'm a little worried about it, but I want to do that before the holidays, before I'm around a bunch of people. I'm really isolated most of the time. Thanks for the likes. Yo-Yo Mama, I've been crocheting since I was 7, and I'm 55 now, so 48 years. Hi, thanks for the likes. Hi, Beverly. Yes, this is the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. Almost all of my designs are called the 6-day something. Most of them can actually be completed in 6 days of easy crochet. 31 minutes, and I'm going to call it 32 because it was 31 and 58 seconds. 31. Hey, Della. Hey, Della. I'll just lay it out because people ask me to stop and lay it out. I don't want to stop when I'm in the middle of a row. So there you go. Whoops. That's how big it is. "32 minutes for the single crochet row." So I know the next row is not going to take 32 minutes. It's going to take a long time because it's row 2. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. This is the star. This is the 6-day star tree skirt. They all have different edges. This one has a candy cane border. And this one is the superstar. I did it in green and white because red, you can see like the red doesn't show up properly on camera, on video. So because I was specifically doing this to film tutorial, I made this one green and white, but in the pattern it's sparkly red and sparkly green. It looks the most like elf. And then it has, this one has a, oh, that's really hard to see. This one has a little pom-pom border. It has a twisted, it has the twisted candy cane with little pom-poms on it. And then when it's done, I sew a couple little jingle bells around so it has jingle bells on it. Yeah, this is the star, the superstar, and the supernova. And the supernova has twisted fringe, but when I was on the live the other day, somebody suggested I do the twists and the fringe like I did with the other two, the twisting and also the fringe. So I'm gonna update that. This stuff is all just sitting around here from the left over from the crochet along. I love the edge on the superstar. The Superstar ended up being my favorite. It kind of always does. I like the Superstar. Okay. All right, now this is one of the rows I wanted to film. So here we go. This is row 2C. Beverly says, you got me crocheting again. I can understand the pattern now where I couldn't before. That's wonderful. Let me zoom back in a little bit over here so they can see me on YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna hit the timer, but I know I got Della watching too, and I know this one's gonna take a long time, so I'm not gonna rush, but I am gonna hit the timer. But I do want to explain it because this is for the tutorial. All right, so here we go. Row 2C takes the place of row 2 from now to the end. So if you want to keep going and making this bigger, you're going to repeat 4, 5A, 6A, 7B, 2C, 3C in that order, okay? And the only difference really between the rows are all conceptually the same as the other rows that share the same number. They just might, I had to make a different row because of this added points in between. So it's just dealing with those other additional points. Okay, so row 2C takes the place of row 2 from now to the end. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Counting the stitch under your chain. Skip 2. 3 double crochet in the next. Okay, I don't like the way that was written. That doesn't make sense. And you repeat to the mountain, okay? Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Thanks for the likes. Skip 2, 3 double crochet. Sorry, I just have to move some things around. Skip 2, 3 double crochet. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys are so sweet. Okay, skip 2 all the way to the mountains. I'm from Saudi Arabia. Love you. Aw, love you too. I'm from North Carolina. Thanks for the likes. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next all the way up. Hi, this is the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. Okay, it says to the top of the mountain and then skip 2, 3, 3, 3 in the peak. I did it. It's right. Okay. Hi, Jessica Vet Nurse. I'm doing well. Okay, and then skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat to the 5th stitch before the valley. Thank you so much. So skipping 2 and 3 double crochet in the next stitch, all the way down to the 5th stitch before the valley. Thanks for following. Okay, so this is the valley. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my last one. Hi, I'm making this 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. Making the last 3 double crochet in the 5th single crochet from the valley. Skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet 3 together cluster in the center valley. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And then you skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. It gives a repeat. So that way, whoops, I only did 2. So that way I don't have to tell you how many each time. So you're basically skipping 2, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. The peaks have a 3, 3, 3, just 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. And in the valley, you have a skip 4, which seems like you're just jumping over a mile of stitches. You have a skip 4, DC 3 together cluster, skip 4 in every valley. Doesn't matter if it's a tall point or a small point. Okay, every valley has that with skip 4 on each side. And then 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2. Thanks for the likes and follows. Appreciate it. Skip 4. Feels like a lot to skip, but it all works out. 333 in the peak. I'm gonna have something in the way of my comment window over here. Hey, Amy. Thanks for sharing the live. This is row 2C of the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. Who's also crocheting besides me? What y'all working on? Thanks. Hessa says, I am making Charlie Brown. Aw. Like an amigurumi. This thing is so big, it's getting hard to work on. Renee says, I can't count and talk or chew gum. I was crocheting my granny square blanket. I had to stop. My feet were hurting. Oh, I'm sorry. I am overdue for a pedicure and a nice foot massage. You're doing the star skirt, Beverly? That's nice. Glad to hear you're feeling in the spirit. Thanks for following. Hey, Pat. Good to see you, my friend. Pat's doing the C2C crystal waves. I'm going to figure out how to do the 6-day kid blanket as a C2C. Everybody loves a C2C. Yes, the peaks are 333. The valley is a cluster, DC3 together cluster in the middle with the skip 4 on either side. And then skip 2, 3 double crochet up to the peaks. This is the hardest row when I'm designing to make this row come out right. I know it's going to be hard for a while. It's probably never not going to be hard, at least a little bit. Cherry Crook says they're working on a C2C scarf. Thanks for the likes. Ivana, go outside. I like your username. People have some cute usernames, and then there's like the user blah 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 blah. User 25932542136 number. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Ivana. This is the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. It's really big. It's really getting big. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Country 1963, how you doing? Oh, how many skeins? It depends on how big you make it. I'm on my second skein for this one of the white. So I'm going to say 6. Only make the Supernova if you want a larger tree skirt. If you want a smaller one, either use like DK weight or use the star or superstar pattern, not the Supernova. Because it just, you have to make it big because this doesn't, you don't bring in this extra point until, you know, the second end of the second repeat. So you have to do 2 repeats just to bring it in, and then once you bring it in you have to do like another 2 repeats. So that's why I'm here taking 40 minutes to do 1 row. That's how it's rolling over here. Della's timing me, and it's taking forever. I thought I could do it all in 6 days. The 6-day crochet along was over 4 days ago on Saturday. And I'm still here working on this one. I think I probably have 1 or 2 more lives to go. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, I would not take my word for it on the yardage. I would check the pattern. It's on my website, bettymcknit.com. You can access it there for free. You can work it right directly off my website for free, or you can purchase an ad-free PDF. I think they're $4. My pattern store is right on the front page of my TikTok. Imagination Station asks, do you crochet and knit? Yes, I do. I started out crocheting and I did nothing but crochet for a really long time. Actually, my grandmother did teach me how to knit when I was little. I started crocheting when I was 7, and I feel like it was around that time that she also taught me how to knit. And I'm getting 9 years old. I was around 9 years old when I asked her to teach me to knit, and it didn't stick. So I crocheted, and I've been crocheting every day, crocheting or knitting every day for, I don't know, the last 25 years, maybe, or more. I feel like I've always been doing it. I love yarn. I was fascinated by yarn. I was utterly fascinated that you could take yarn and 2 sticks and make something. I just thought it was amazing. Hey, Leia, how you doing? My neighbor. I have not been up your way, or I would have hit you up. But I know it's a super busy time of year. But maybe you could meet me at Michael's or Joanne's. I'm doing good. Just got back from Bible study. I hope you prayed for me, my friend, because I sure do need it. I need all the help I can get. Did you wear one of your cute sweaters or your beret to Bible study? Looking cute. I know it. Cool, cool. I bet they love that hex cardi. That sweater is awesome. Turned out so nice. The colors. What am I doing? I'm starting to feel tired. I think this might be my last row. Have you noticed Michael's has cut back on the amount of yarn that they carry? To be honest, I have not noticed lately because I don't shop that much. I live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and there's no Michael's out here. So if I want to go to Michael's or Joann's, I have to go to Norfolk or Virginia Beach, and it's about a 2-hour drive, which sometimes I enjoy, just like leaving the island and going and doing something different, but it's not like I can run down to Michael's and see what they're selling. Also, I used to work there. I used to work for Michael's, and I just got sick of their yarn. When I was I got sick of their yarn. That's not true. When I was still working there and I was just finishing up, like right before I stopped working there, they stopped carrying a lot of the Lion brand yarn, which is my favorite brand of yarn. I like the Karen tea cakes, and they've only ever had them twice. And I just started getting mad at them about certain things like that. And like when they had that Karen Pantone, like it was just such a shame. Like all that yarn ended up in clearance because no one really wanted it. And just made me mad. So I think that the yarn industry is really struggling with supply chain issues and those, um, post pandemic stuff. I think that they're not able to get the yarn the way that they used to be able to. I love the Karen lava cakes and the Lion Brand Lazy Day. What? Huh, I don't think I've seen that Lion Brand Lazy Day. It must be new. Are the lava cakes the fuzzy ones? Or those are the latte cakes, maybe. I tend to go for a lot of Lion Brand yarns. I used to live right near the outlet. They do have lava cakes too, though, right? Like lava cakes are also a thing. I know they've come out with a bunch of different cakes lately, um, and I haven't tried them all. I have a couple of them sitting up on my shelf up there. I think one of them is, I don't remember the names of them now. Southern California, and it is that way, cut way back on Lion Brand. Yeah, like when I was working at Michael's, they got rid of all the Vanna's Choice. And so people were saying Vanna's Choice is being discontinued. Well, it wasn't discontinued, it was just discontinued at Michael's. And I went down to the outlet and I saw sometimes Mr. Blumenthal would be in the outlet, the owner, you know, when you went down there. And he happened to be in the outlet that day. And I said, hey, listen, I work at Michael's and they are not carrying the Vannas anymore. And people are saying it's being discontinued. And I just want to know from the horse's mouth, is Vanna's Choice being discontinued? And he said, never. They love Vanna White. It's like their staples, one of their staple signature yarns. So I just order it online if I want it now, but I used to go down to the outlet. I think I have a mistake. I made a mistake. Something's not right. Because I'm talking. I'm just going to keep going. I used to just go down to the outlet. I used to like going down there for Vanna's Choice if I was doing something with color work and I wanted to just like um see all the colors. They have their wall of Vanna's Choice on, right there, or they did. The outlet isn't there anymore, but they had their wall of Vanna's Choice right when you walk in with all the different colors, so you could just stand there and like compare all the different colors and like put them together. And yeah, I used to go down there and do that a lot when I wanted to do something with color work. Have you tried the Karen crystal cakes? Do you like them? I think that might be one of the cakes that I have up on my shelf up there. I haven't tried it yet. I like the colors. Cloud cakes, that was it. I got a cloud cake and I think a crystal cake. I think that's what I have. You like the cloud cakes. You like fuzzy stuff. I really like the tea cakes I've made. They work up in 6-day kid blankets really nicely. That's what I like about them. Um, they, one of my moderators of my group, her name's Heather, she has conceptualized, like, I think it's like the holy grail of 6-day kid blankets, and it's called the Heather Rainbow, and it's made with 7 different colors of tea cakes, and it's beautiful. It ranges from like the pinks through, it just looks like a rainbow. It's gorgeous. It's made with like 7 of those cakes and works up really fast. It's absolutely beautiful. So that is, I think, why the tea cakes hit the favorite for me. I don't have time to make all the things I want to make. Well, I don't know what was wrong over there on that last point, but whatever it was worked itself out. I'm afraid I'm going to run out of yarn before the end of this row. Not enough hours in the day. It's very true. It's very true. And I don't want to spend too many hours in the day crocheting because I'm not getting enough exercise. Thank you, Automan. Sometimes I do yoga while I'm crocheting. I sit on my yoga ball and I bounce, and while I'm crocheting, sometimes I stretch while I'm crocheting. I know y'all are probably like, you're the weirdest of the weird, Betty McKnit. Yep, it's called crow yoga. Crow yoga. Little warrior posture, little DC3 together. Hey, Automan, this is the 6-day Supernova holiday tree skirt. It's free on my website, bettymcknit.com. Patterns also in my, if you'd like to purchase an ad-free PDF, it is in my TikTok store. There's a 6-day star, a 6-day superstar, and a 6-day supernova. Blanket, scarf, and tree skirt. Thanks for following. We can start a crow yoga or no. Well, I do offer somatic crochet. And it involves just discussing different ways to protect our bodies while we're crocheting. We do some stretching and breathing and We bring like mindfulness into our project. Like for instance, I in particular, I do not crochet for anyone I do not love. I don't gift things. I don't make all my Christmas gifts and give give handmade gifts unless it's somebody I really care about and I know they're going to appreciate it, truly appreciate it, and really understand that there's love in that for them. I can't do it a lot anymore. I have a bad tendon flare every time I crochet now. Oh man, how long have you been crocheting? And which tendon are we talking about? Are you using an ergonomic hook? And are you supporting your body with pillows when you crochet? I mean, one reason why I don't stay on live for more than a couple hours at a time. I don't really even like to do that. It really wears me out. But it's because when I crochet at this desk, I'm not supported. So I have to use my arms and my shoulders to support myself. And then I have to lean on the desk. And if you're leaning on your body at all, then you're going to hurt yourself. Yeah, you have to take breaks. Anything you do for hours and hours a day, you have to take breaks. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you lean on that? Do you lean on your arm when you crochet? And what kind of hook are you using? I'm almost there. Almost done. Thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate it. You tense up and tighten your shoulders and hook and neck. Yeah. Yeah, most of the time when with repetitive injury, there's a lot of tension. There's tension somewhere. And if you are 1, 2, 3, 4, if you're not supported, I mean, when I crochet normally, I I put pillows up under my armpits so that so that my shoulders can release. And I put a pillow behind my head to encourage my head to lean backwards and not hunch over. And I hold my work. I make sure that my work is held up, so I don't have to drop my head forward too much. And at night, when I go to bed at night, I spend the first, sometimes I fall asleep like this, but I'll spend the first 20 minutes or so in bed, laying on, I'll put a pillow long ways under my spine, and I'll lay on my back on that, and I'll let my shoulders hyperextend and let the chest open. And most of us, whether we crochet or not, a lot of us are sitting at desks and computers all day, or, we're working and using our hands. We do that in front of our body. "90-degree glasses, they allow you to lay flat while still looking forward." Yeah, but I don't know if I would be able to lie flat and support my arms enough to crochet. Well, sometimes I do lie. I don't lie all the way flat. But when I do crochet, if I'm lying flat or, reclined, I try to recline because I don't want to be forward. So I try to recline, but I use a pillow or something to bring my work up level with my face so I don't have to lean down. I also wear progressive lenses where you have to look through the bottom of them to see your handwork. So if I bent my head to look down, I wouldn't be able to see. And I think that helps a lot. But I have a million pillows on my couch and on my bed so that when I'm, if I'm lying there, if I want to read, or 1, 2, 3, 4, if I want to read, or I don't really crochet in bed that much anymore. I used to do it more, but now that I crochet like full time for work, I don't crochet so much like in bed. 2, 3, 4. I do have a project in there just in case. And I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to have better sleep hygiene. And when I'm terrible about going to bed on time or at a decent hour. And I sleep late in the morning and I stay up all night sometimes, late at night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock sometimes. So when I go to bed, I try to go to bed and go to sleep. Be very careful leaning on your elbow or your arm. You have a carpal, you have nerves that run up that part of your arm. So if you start to feel your fingers, your pinky and ring finger on the arm that you're leaning on start to go numb, you are bothering that nerve. You can do damage. So try not to lean on anything. And if you do, like if you have an armrest or something that you're leaning on, soften it with a pillow. I put the pillow up into my armpit. I put it up under like my upper arm. And the whole idea is to let your body release, let your muscles release and relax. I learned this in restorative yoga class. You support everything with a pillow so your body doesn't have to do any of the work holding you up, holding up your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, tennis elbow from crocheting. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm almost to the end of this row, and then I'm going to get off. How many of these tree skirts have I made? Well, this is the third one that I made at the crochet along. I did 3 of them last week. This is the last of the 3. There's the 6-day star, the superstar, and the supernova holiday tree skirts. They're based off of the 6-day star, superstar, and supernova blankets. And there's also a 6-day star, superstar, and supernova shawl. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Okay, I get it now. Might be a little slow on the uptake. Oh, you are too kind to say so. Thank you. My YouTube channel needs a lot of work. I'm working on that. But I definitely want to provide videos for all of you because I know y'all want them. I don't like making them so much, but I do like sitting on these lives and crocheting and talking. So I'll just start with that, and then I'll go back and clean them up, probably over the holidays. I didn't have any. Yep. Yep, it says go until the second to the last stitch and then double crochet in the last stitch. So there's no skip at the end of that row. Okay. Woo, the next row is going to be silver, so 47 minutes. Holy moly. That's a long time. I hate to just jump off of here, but I really gotta go. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful night. Mwah.